Hey everyone, how you doing today? It's John Taylor. Hey, please like and share. Thanks. Today is Monday, January 5th, 2026. Extraordinary events, geopolitics, socioeconomics. I'm on my news desk and prop trading desk. And so got a lot to go over today on Monday, January 5th. Exciting times. Geopolitics and socioeconomics, unreal news stories, oil market, Venezuela, Russia, China, Iran. Oh my goodness, just unreal. Bitcoin's pumping this morning. Got a nice bid on Bitcoin. Again, like and share my videos. I want to welcome all my new subs. Getting a lot of new subscribers, so my channel's getting a lot of traction. So let's go over, real quick, the news headlines today. I go over this first on bar chart. So let's take a look at this. Stocks set to open higher. So the stock market's open about a half hour. Investors stay calm despite Venezuela and US jobs data is awaited. What to expect from CES 2026, the annual show of all things tech, big technology. Oil prices fall back after the U.S. capture of Venezuela leader Maduro. Man, is it imperialism? What's going on with it? Precious metals, oil market, lithium, South America. China receives, I think I've read something like 36% of its food from South America, and a lot of its crude oil it receives from Venezuela. So now what? China and Iran, what are they going to do? So Omnicom's earnings are due. Royal Caribbean, what to expect from it? CEO Elliott Hill is buying Nike stock. Should you do so? Not financial advice. Make sure you read the risk disclaimers. Like and share. So S&P 500, let's go over the major market real quick. S&P minis up 38 points, NASDAQ minis up 180, Dow futures up about 500 points, the VIX off again at 16, about 16 flat. Trends is going up only to the pumping with the hyperinflation. The Dixie at 98.410, up fractionally. The 10-year 112-110. Crude oil up 76 cents to about $58 to the barrel. Nat gas off again at 2.87. Is nat gas oversold technically? Gold up 105 points to 4,435. Silver bullion up again at 75.75, up about $5. It's not over for the precious metals complex. Corn, wheat, soybean. I'm not a CTA either, not a commodity trading advisor, but looking at the oil market, stocks that are active today, NVIDIA, Tesla, Micron Technology had a big pump last week. Taiwan Semiconductor, apparently China's, sharking around the country of Taiwan. Palantir, Microsoft, man, Meta Platforms, Advanced Micro Devices is up, Apple Computer, Amazon, man. And then the stock of the day is, again, Chubb, CB, 20-year highs. So what's going on with Chubb? So that's on bar chart. So I go over the geopolitics and then socioeconomics, and then I formulate a trading plan for myself. Bitcoin's, I'm now profitable again in my Bitcoin position, which is awesome. I stayed with it, no margin, so I was able to survive that big dippy dip down from 126,000. I'll go over that later and give you free alpha. Copper hits a record high. Fallout begins after Trump's stunning move in Venezuela. China, one of the biggest buyers of Venezuelan oil, blasted the move as markets of the world addressed such. U.S. stocks rise as tech arrives. Man, oil major get Venezuela lift. All the big oil companies, Chevron, Exxon, you name it, they're all. AI took investors on a date in 2025. Now it might be time to foot the bill. So a lot of the Are we in a bubble for AI, the artificial intelligence? Chevron, U.S. oil majors rally after Trump's Venezuela vow. Chevron's up about 3-4%. My goodness. Like and share. Venezuela oil market impact on U.S. not seeing it yet. Mobileye secures chip deal. So I go over the geopolitics. It keeps me dialed in that I can be ahead of markets. How Maduro's capture affects oil market. CrowdStrike CEO just spent a reported $300 million for an F1 stake. Active investing. Oil fluctuates as traders weigh futures of Venezuela production. Memory chip makers rise as global supply shorted. Man, investors' appetite. Copper, again, let's show you this. I own thousands of these. I was backing the truck up purchasing copper bullion. Look at these things. Now, copper's at a record high. Buffaloes, where the buffaloes roam. Look at this. See these things? Beautiful. I own thousands of these that I've stored up, and now I'm going to be selling some of those, plus all the precious metals. 5 things to know about the stock market. AI regulation battle looms in California. Retirement planning. Okay. So, U.S. captures Venezuela President Maduro and Iran. There's been unreal social unrest in Iran. So kind of looking at it. So most active stocks, let's see here, NVIDIA, Intel, NEO. So this is what's being reported on Yahoo Finance. Now, if you stay with me to the end, I give you a free alpha. Bitcoin's pumping to 93,000, about 500, and it's just awesome. Altcoin season has started, so we'll be reporting on it. So, man, there goes Bitcoin. It's exciting. Up only because we have, the de-dollarization event, that things are transpiring. Watching Bitcoin pump here. I own Bitcoin. We're going to go over it. I own Ethereum, XRP, Solana. I own Bonk, Dogecoin, Pepe, Zcash is great. Litecoin, Dog with Hat, Link, Stinky Link, I own some of it. So these are the news stories that are being reported right now. But the exciting thing is watching Bitcoin. That big dip down from 126,000, Bitcoin dipped to, let's see where it dipped, the price. It was as low as like 80, where was it here? On that big correction. It dipped to about 80,600, something to that effect. I didn't trade on the margin, but I was able to buy the dip and continue the DCA through that entire process. And so now my cost basis is back to profitability. So that's the reason I do everything with asymmetric risk, and I anchor with assets like copper. So you can check out the link below too. I'm going to put a link in there about my new ebook that I just published. I might put a link in there about my synthetic Bitcoin mining rig. So I run a mining rig that mines Bitcoin, but I use ETFs and also dollar cost averaging such, and then also dollar cost averaging Bitcoin. So it's working great. And so again, exciting about the return to profitability for my position on Bitcoin. Now I got limit orders open here. So Livermore said it best, whenever I had the patience to let the market come to me at the pivot points, I always made money in my operations. So I'm buying the dip on Bitcoin if I can get some here at 89,800, 88,700, 87,234, and 86,093. And so it's like an economic accordion. As it dips in price, I purchase more of it. So, this last cycle, I've been buying Bitcoin as low as, 86,000, some at 87,000, 85,000, 86,000 again, and then just trading it. So the last 2 weeks have been epic for my Bitcoin trades. I probably netted, easily 15,000 points in the momentum swing trading on Bitcoin. So it's a reason that I don't use the leverage, and then I hedge with all the silver bullion. So we're going to go over it. Let's look at real quick. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but let's look at on bar chart. Let's look at the big trends on futures. Just kind of look at this. South America's, man, it's got some of the largest lithium, precious metals, and then jade and gemstones. So on silver bullion, it's got the greatest weighted alpha. And so let's look at the bottom of the list. So I've been selling products online on my e-commerce since 2007. So I've got like 10 orders to ship out today to people. And I've been doing, like I said, from 2007. So the most oversold commodities is orange juice, butter cash settled, rough rice, nat gas, VIX, cocoa, cheese cash settled, lumber physical, sugar, class 3 milk, wheat, oats. So these are the greatest negative weighted alpha and the greatest positive weight. See, I don't care about the price of a commodity. I just care about its strength. So the greatest weighted alpha positive is silver, platinum, palladium, dry whey, gold, lithium, and high-grade copper, and then feeder cattle. So in a perfect world, I'm a seller of some of my silver bullion, and then I'm looking at the bottom of the list, saying, okay, well, what commodity is the most oversold? So they have also performance leaders. I might put a link on this. So looking at the performance leaders on the commodities in the last 52 weeks, TTM, this is me doing my own research for myself. So on the bottom of the list, okay, on these commodities is the 52-week futures performance leaders. Again, silver, platinum, palladium, gold, copper, they're all the strength. So I'm selling into the strength of such. But looking at the bottom, the tangible commodity that I can own physically, like copper, I own this physically, and it's a real world asset. So the bottom of the list, again, is orange juice, butter, S&P VIX. You can purchase all the volatility you want, rough rice, cocoa. So they don't have that long of a shelf life. So cocoa is oversold. So the bottom of the list for a tangible asset is Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a negative 23.26 negative weighted alpha, and then so does natural gas. So, and then Ethereum is there too, but it's only a negative 16 or 17 negative alpha. So I'm taking my silver bullion and selling some of it, and then purchasing Bitcoin with it. So I'm taking the oversold commodity technically with the weighted alpha, which is a silver bullion, and then I purchase Bitcoin with it. So I sell this, and I own thousands of these. I've shown this to you. These are all my silver. These are all half ounce or half gram rather pieces of silver that I've minted for myself that I'm selling on e-commerce. So they're doing great. They're trading at a huge premium. So I sell into the strength, which is the silver bullion products that I have, and then I'm looking at the most oversold commodity, which is Bitcoin futures. So I sell the strength, and then I buy the weakness. And so Bitcoin is my number one pick for an oversold technical commodity, and then selling silver bullion. Bitcoin, man, this morning trading at about 93,600 approximately. So everything's doing great there. So let's take a look also too. Now stay with me to the end. You get free alpha going over my investment plan. So this is me again doing my research for myself on my trading desk, staying aware. Iran, what's going on with Iran? My goodness. So my trading plan here, I'm going to dollar cost average, again, Bitcoin today, and then dollar cost average SPY ETF, that's profitable. The S&P 500 fund is pumping. Looks like a possible new high for that, close to it, 687 spot 61. So that's profitable for me, so I'll continue to add to it. Not financial advice, just kind of going over my trading plan for today. I just kind of talk to the computer screen in a sense and give myself financial advice. Then I give my viewers like you transparency into how I think and my logic. And I've been at this game of trading and speculation professionally since 1987. A lot of experience. So I'll dollar cost average BKCH, which is an ETF in the blockchain. It's up nearly 6% today. Block, BLOK, I own it. I'll dollar cost average it. I'll dollar cost ETH, ETHE. It's a Ethereum ETF. So that's what I have. That's my trading plan for today. Been doing great trades here. Bitcoin's breaking out, above 93,000. Doing incredible with it. And then the altcoin season has started also too. So let's take a look at the big movers today. Top movers. All right. Wow. Fart coin's up. Let's see. Bitcoin, man, you're seeing these different markets. Bitcoin's up nice. So I'm running about 16 minutes, stay with me. Like I said, check out the links below too, and like and subscribe to my channel. I want to welcome all of my new subs. Getting a lot of traction. I got a lot of new subscribers here. So it's not over for the precious metals. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, the blockchain, oil companies, energy, precious metals, rare earth minerals, South America. So some would have argued it's imperialism. The U.S. is going to take over South America. So what's China and Iran going to do? China needs to go now to Iran and get a lot of cheap oil from the Iranians. So we'll see. So the geopolitics, staying aware of it, and then positioning myself, looking at the de-dollarization event. So that's what I have for today for my trading plan. Dollar cost average on Bitcoin. Look at nice profitable trade in it finally. It dipped against me like everyone else. I was not profitable in Bitcoin, but I am now in my position. So I stayed the course on that big dippy dip down from 126,000. So, oh man, that's what I have. That's why I have always owned the precious metals. And then I'm looking, in a perfect world, I would be purchasing orange juice. It's just that it doesn't have a shelf life. So that's what I have there. And then looking at Bitcoin, XRP, what else? What are the, Ethereum is doing well, it's up 1%. Ripple is up 3%. Fair disclosure, I own all of these cryptos that I talk about mostly on my channel. Solana is up nicely. Zcash is off about 3%, might DCA more of it. So that's what I have for today, everyone. What a great day, Happy New Year on Monday. So that's what we got going on. Thanks for joining me this morning. Again, it's John Taylor. I'm on my news desk and prop trading desk. And got a lot of orders to ship out today on my precious metals, monetize that, and then purchase some more Bitcoin. So that's the plan. Everyone, thanks. Have a great day. Happy New Year. And let's see how Iran plays out in Venezuela and South America with the rare earth minerals, lithium and all that. So thanks, everyone. Have a great day.